Welcome back, Flare community. Today we're going to be talking about the Flare Finance EXFI Airdrop, which is actually commencing right now. So as we can see here, the EXFI Airdrop is happening right now, and you can see it's obviously being distributed via the Songbird Explorer. Now, for those of you who don't know, EXFI is one of the primary governance tokens for the experimental finance platform created by Flare Finance. Now, this is actually going to be redubbed to Songbird Finance at a later date, and to be eligible for this snapshot, all you had to do was hold Songbird at this particular time. If you did, you can expect to receive EXFI in the very near future. Now, as we scroll down here, we can see what is actually going to be happening in the next couple of days and weeks. Now, the 1st of January, EXFI will arrive in all wallet addresses that held Songbird and wrapped Songbird. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the date, it is actually the 2nd of January today, which means that they are currently a little bit behind, but rest assured, things are happening, and we do have this announcement here from the Discord channel from Flare Finance, and there is some interesting updates to be said. So let's quickly read through this. The previous amount of 335 Songbird per one EXFI that was announced prior to the snapshot being completed is no longer viable, as the snapshot was based on a 9.4 billion supply of Songbird. The snapshot is now based on 13.4 billion supply, including Songbird, wrapped Songbird, and most importantly, this latest edition of the Flare Foundation. With the new total supply accounted for, the ratio has been adjusted to 309 Songbird per one EXFI. 40 million EXFI is now undergoing distribution, as we saw with the Songbird Explorer. This will take a few days, or maybe less, to complete. Please be patient, as the distribution contracts handle each transaction as quickly as they can. Be sure to add the contact address to the wallet, and we've already done this in a previous video, and I will link that up above for all those who are interested. The Flare Foundation may elect to do whatever they please with their allocation of EXFI, and in fact they've done something very recently, which we're going to see in a second. During the time of the snapshot, the Foundation held approximately 5 billion Songbird, resulting in an airdrop of nearly 16.14 million EXFI being placed in the hands of the Flare Foundations themselves. And in fact, let's jump over to that tweet now. So if we go onto Twitter, we can see here that the Flare team are actually going to be burning 75% of all of the EXFI that they receive. So that's very reassuring. The Flare Foundation was not initially included in this airdrop, and Flare Finance decided to include them, and it really did rustle a few feathers, distorting the ratio, and I guess meaning that you will have to earn much more Songbird to acquire the same amount of EXFI tokens. Now, I really do respect Flare for doing this. They've took a 75% hit on the EXFI that they receive, so in theory, there's going to be less supply, and thus the tokens should theoretically be worth a little bit more. And in a recent turn of events, just before I was about to upload this video, we have some new information from the Flare team. They say, "We did not know that Flare Finance had not factored in the Flare Foundation into their calculation of the EXFI distribution. Previously, we had stated that the Flare Foundation will burn 75% of all EXFI it receives. So, as to minimize impact on the community, the burn will be 100%. So there we have it, order is restored. Flare are burning 100%, so even though you will be receiving less EXFI, it should theoretically be worth more because there is a smaller supply. Within the next 2 to 3 days, EXFI and several pairings will become available on FlareX, that's Flare Finance's decentralized exchange, and Flare Farm, where you can yield and enter liquidity pools. 30 days following this launch, EXFI will be made available to be used on Flare loans. EXFI will soon be available for trading on over 10 exchanges, including Bitrue and CoinTiger. And I imagine Bitrue will be one of the most liquid, centralized exchanges that you can trade it on. And if you do want to join, there is a link in the description below. So that's the basic gist of everything today. And I did just want to quickly read this tweet here, what I made. Flare Finance's EXFI Airdrop is happening right now. With over 300,000 Songbird wallets, it's impossible to drop EXFI all at once due to the limitations, and that's the transactions per second, of the network itself. So the only way for EXFI to be distributed to 300,000 wallets on Songbird instantaneously is if the Songbird network was able to handle 300,000 transactions per second, which is not the case. Please have some patience, it is coming, and as we read by Flare Finance, in the coming days, it should all be distributed. Something else to consider for those who are actually getting upset, and believe me, there's many people, you can't actually use EXFI on the Flare Finance platform yet. So regardless of when you receive your free asset, you will not be at a disadvantage in any way because it cannot be used. So until it can be used, everyone is in the same position. Please don't feel like you're missing out because once you receive EXFI, until the Flare Finance platform enable the trading of EXFI, you're not going to be able to do anything with it. Take a deep breath and get yourself some fresh air. DeFi Oracles actually replied to me here, and I actually learned something today. So they said this is not due to a network transactions per second limitation, it's due to the network architecture. Avalanche Consensus requires transaction finality before a new transaction can be executed, and this is by design and hypothetically prevents flash loan exploits which plague many other chains. This means that each transaction, airdrop, sent from the EXFI contract needs to be complete before the next airdrop can be sent. The team is working on a solution to speed things along right now. So that's it, guys. Flare Finance are working on this to try and get the airdrop out as fast as possible. Please practice gratitude. This is an asset which we are receiving for free. And yes, good things are coming. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the latest additions to Flare X and Flare Farm. So that was just a brief update. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy what's left of your weekend. And until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.